Corcovado? Okay. Quiet night, a quiet stars. Yeah. I think I do it in G. You start on quiet thought. And what do you do it here? Do you do it in A, Sharon? Is that what you do it? Yeah. Okay, yeah, let's do it in A minor. That's fine. Yeah. I don't know. Thank you. Oh yeah, totally. Okay. Okay. We're just gonna do a little song. We can do it at a time. Yeah. Quiet thoughts and quiet dreams, quiet walks by quiet streams, floating on the silence that surrounds us. Sorry, that was a little sound check. Sorry. So we're gonna. Yeah, Sharon, how's it going? You must be in the midst of it all, hey? Jazz fest. Uh-huh. Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are about to start the ceremony. Please ensure your digital devices have been silenced or turned off. If you are able to, please rise for the arrival of our graduates after the platform party. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Dr. Deiser, members of the Board of Governors, Dr. Kareem, faculty and staff, graduates, friends, and family of graduates, and those watching on live stream. Welcome to the convocation ceremony for the class of 2023 of the Doctor of Naturopathic Medicine program at the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine, Boucher campus. My name is Dr. Andrew Vargo. I'm the Chair of Biomedicine and core faculty member at the CCNM Boucher campus, and I will be your Master of Ceremonies this afternoon. Before we get started, the Boucher campus of the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine humbly recognizes and acknowledges the Kikite First Nation, as well as the All Coast Salish people, and Hunkinimum speaking peoples on whose unceded and traditional territories the college is located. Unceded means that Aboriginal title to this land has never been surrendered or relinquished. Today, this territory is still home to diverse Indigenous peoples from across Canada, whose presence continues to enrich our vibrant community, and we are grateful for the opportunity to learn and work on this land. We honor Indigenous peoples' role for millennia as stewards of the land. We look to Indigenous wisdom for guidance to foster a reciprocal relationship with the environment and to walk gently on the earth in order to preserve and protect the land, air, and water for many generations to come. We acknowledge the profound debt that we owe to Indigenous knowledge and the practice of naturopathic medicine, and we also acknowledge that education has played a specific role in colonization and that it will also play an important role in moving us forward as we commit ourselves to the work of reconciliation. Now, I'd like everyone to join Miss Laura Crema in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see the rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Miss Crema. Everyone, please take your seats. Once again, hello and welcome. I'm Dr. Vargo. I always intimidate myself, introducing myself, which is silly. I call myself Master of Ceremonies. I have not mastered these. I messed up already. I came to the podium too fast, right? One of these days I'm going to get it right. I am actually improving, believe it or not. But, try and try and try again, fake it till you make it. Our grads know all about it, right? So it always surprises me when they ask me year after year to come up and be Master of Ceremonies. And it could be because they're waiting for me to improve, and I'm getting there. It could be because they wonder if I can actually tie a tie. There it is. But it could be because of the supportive role that we offer in biomed. We're mostly about support. So some people laugh at that. And we do support in a way that is recognized later. So to give you a rough idea, biomedicine is the course that I'm chair of for the legacy curriculum that our students went through. It's a course that's very rigorous, and not only is it rigorous in terms of content that we deliver and on a par with any other medical school out there. I'm an MD by training, and I know it's tough, and they get assessed very, very often. They'll do 1 to 2 quizzes a week. You think, oh, it's a quiz. It's not a big deal. These quizzes kind of look like midterms. Any other college would call these things a midterm, right? And so we do this, and they work through it, and man, do they work. They work so hard. And in the end, they still invite me to come and be MC. So I must be supportive in some way. And I think that the support that we mostly offer is we suggest to them what they'll need to be strong. It's like building a house, right? Nobody goes and looks at a beautiful house and says, that foundation's amazing. Look at the foundation. It's beautiful. No. What we do is we do the hard work of setting up a foundation so they can build an academic edifice, a knowledge edifice that they can use practically to apply to patients. And all the time that edifice is there, but the edifice is not just the knowledge, the thousands of white slides with black font. You've got that knowledge, but you've also got those habits that you built, right? And very much like this ceremony, we're all here, we're in our black gowns, we've got fancy pieces of paper, but underneath you're these solid structures, and you also tend to smile quite a bit. There's a lot of resilience there underneath. It all looks very, very formal here. I'm gonna mess that up right now. It's only formal on the surface. These people have learned how to smile in the most difficult situations. And that's why I love being here. And it's just a real privilege every single time to come up here and smile again with you, and for you to demonstrate that grace under pressure that you always ineffably and always demonstrate year after year after year. Just getting to mastering. There we go. All right. So friends, may I now present to you these scholars who will today be granted the Doctor of Naturopathic Medicine diploma. It is my honor to salute you, and we'll salute you numerous times this afternoon, graduating class of 2023. It also gives me great pleasure to introduce the members of our platform party. Please do stand as I call your name, and as the next name gets called, you can also sit down afterwards. Dr. David Dizer, Chair of the CCNM Board of Governors. Dr. Gennady Raskin, Vice Chair of the Board of Governors. Can I have our members of the Board of Governors to stand up as well? We have Dr. Rahim Kareem. He's our President, CEO of CCNM. Could we have our members of the Boucher Campus Administration stand? And could we also have our members of the CCNM Boucher Campus faculty and staff stand? And last but not least, could I have Mr. Ricky Kwan, Executive Director of BC's Naturopathic Doctors. Now, I'm delighted to invite the President and CEO of CCNM, Dr. Rahim Karim, to come and say a few words.
Thank you, Dr. Margo. Dr. David Dizer, ND, Chair, CCNM Board of Governors, members of the Board of Governors, distinguished guests, CCNM faculty and staff, and new graduates. Welcome to the convocation ceremony of the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine, Boucher campus. It is a privilege for me to extend sincere congratulations to you, our graduates. You're graduating from a historic pan-Canadian institution that has been a trailblazer in the education of naturopathic doctors who practice in all corners of the world. We are incredibly proud of the global reach and influence of our graduates. Your time at this institution was indeed unique. We witnessed a global health crisis and collectively had to reimagine what programming, operational processes, communications, and doing business moving forward was going to look like, what the future was going to look like. As an institution, we understood much was at stake and indeed rose to the challenge. As students, you navigated successfully through this complex learning journey. You have learned in person and online, have witnessed incredible change in how you interact with patients, and seen how naturopathic medicine can serve the community during a public health crisis. These were challenging years, both academically and personally, for our whole community. With challenge comes opportunity, and I know you have developed incredible resilience and persistence that will help you move forward and flourish in your career. This year, we begin the celebration of CCNM's 45th birthday. As a world-class institution, the milestones that we have achieved would no doubt make our founders proud. The Boucher campus, from which you're graduating today, allowed for CCNM to become a pan-Canadian institution. Named after the late Dr. Joseph Boucher, a pioneer in the profession, the Boucher campus has grown since its inception in 2000 and now offers 2 yearly intakes. The signature model of smaller class size provides for meaningful mentorship from faculty and the ability to develop strong relationship with peers. Indeed, the lifelong relationships that you have built during your naturopathic education journey at Boucher will hold you in good stead as practitioners, business owners, and clinicians. CCNM is known for its cutting-edge research. That research really came to prominence about 2 decades ago when we began publishing in top-notch, peer-reviewed leading journals, The Lancet, the British Medical Journal, the Canadian Medical Association Journal. CCNM is progressing its research in areas such as cardiovascular disease, mental health, family and children's health, digestive disorders, pain management, microbiome, planetary health, and integrative oncology. Work continues today on a scale that the first naturopathic research pioneers would have never imagined. As a pan-Canadian institution, we have graduated approximately 3,600 naturopathic professionals, and this is just the beginning. I leave you today with 3 thoughts for the future. There is strength in collaboration with other healthcare professionals as you address the well-being of the communities you serve. According to the WHO, interprofessional collaboration has been shown to improve patient safety and outcomes, provide satisfaction with work life, and enhance the cost effectiveness of care delivery across the spectrum of health. As future leaders, I ask you to continue building a strong naturopathic profession by engaging in leadership opportunities, serving on boards and committees, supporting CCNM as alumni with your time or donations, and through community, volunteer, and service opportunities. Lastly, education is a lifelong endeavor and a journey that does not stop here. We hope that you will continue this journey throughout your career by becoming lifelong reflective learners. This will assist you in providing the best possible care to those who you serve. Congratulations, class of 2023. The faculty and staff of CCNM are delighted to have had the opportunity to know you, be part of your learning journey, and support you in this noble profession. We are very proud of you and applaud your achievements. We wish you good luck, prosperity, and happiness in all your endeavors. I know that you will make a difference to the communities and the patients whom you choose to serve. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kareem. I now ask Dr. David Deiser and the chair of the CCNM Board of Governors to come to the podium and introduce today's convocation address speaker. Dr. Deiser.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's my pleasure and privilege to introduce you to today's convocation address speaker, Dr. Jess Hobson, ND. A practicing ND, Dr. Hobson graduated from Boucher in 2020. She previously completed a Bachelor of Science with a major in Biology and Chemistry at the University of the Fraser Valley. She's a faculty member at the CCNM Boucher campus and a core member of the Clinical Diagnosis and Clinical Medicine team, taking on a larger curriculum development role in the Physical Medicine program. Dr. Hobson also serves as the Boucher campus faculty representative to the CCNM Board of Governors. Dr. Hobson is also a teaching associate for West Coast Injection Training that provides CNPPC-approved advanced injection training certificates for all allied healthcare professionals. A strong believer in the importance of contributing to one's community, Dr. Hobson also serves as the Chief Medical Officer and attending physician at the Hope House Clinic in Surrey, a one-year sobriety program that boasts some of the best remission rates in the country. Her areas of clinical focus include pain medicine, sports medicine, and general practice. She completed her ultrasound training with Sports Medicine Ultrasound Canada and is currently enrolled in their 2-year mentorship program. She is currently awaiting to sit the RMSK exam to become a registered musculoskeletal sonographer. Dr. Hobson's primary goal is to place the patient's health back into their hands. She believes that when patients are informed, supported, and given the tools to optimize their daily routine, they can create a powerful catalyst for their own health, even in the presence of disease. May I present to you our convocation address speaker, Dr. Jess Hobson, ND.
Yikes, that makes me sound a lot fancier than I think I am. Okay. I'm nervous, even though I've stood in front of you guys many, many times, but welcome. I welcome family and faculty and all of our wonderful guests here today. It wasn't long ago that I was sitting in those very chairs, anticipating and dreaming my future career. So thank you for granting me this opportunity and this honor to speak at your grad, because I'm very humbled by it, because I'm still figuring it out too. It took me a long time to put words to my thoughts, and I hope I don't lose too much in the translation this afternoon. This cohort endured some of the most challenging years of their educational careers during the height of the pandemic. I had the opportunity to work closely with them as a new faculty member, most days, evenings, and even weekends, to make sure they were set up and got the most that they could out of their Boucher experience. One of the reasons this cohort is so special to me is that I was granted a lot of autonomy to respond to their needs, whether it was developing or clarifying curriculum or arranging and running tutorials. I felt like our academic faculty had the freedom to adapt and do what needed to be done for your cohort. It wasn't about being administratively convoluted or applying theory. It was about being present with you all, listening, providing feedback, troubleshooting, and clarifying when we fall short of our job, which thank you for being so patient all the time. This is essentially what you will do for your patients. Right after I graduated, I thought I had to spend many more years attending continuing education programs to see a wide variety of patients before I knew what I could do to actually meet the needs of a wide spectrum that we often see here as naturopathic doctors. And many of you know how much time and money I spent in my first 2 years trying to get all my tools together. But truthfully, 50 to 60% of what I do in my day was done because I knew from Boucher. So if I can give you any relief, is that you are set up to go. And at the end of the day, if you have that get her done team mentality, basic, thoughtful, and results-oriented service, you guys are going to be incredible physicians. I have now been in practice for 2 years, 31 days, and 6-something hours, and it has been the best and the hardest thing I have ever done. I wish I could tell you that your student life is behind you, but it is for sure just getting started, which for me, as many of you know, is my dream, but for many others is not so much. Every day, I am humbled by the volume of information it takes to navigate even the simplest of patient concerns. In my 2 years, I've had the honor and privilege of working with over 932 patients. I used to get excited when the occasional patient would pay me some silly, hyperbolic compliment. I've been called a magician. A couple of my patients call me the wizard. And it's great. You'll all receive these titles as well, even when you're early in your careers. But what's funny is that you don't call an engineer a magician when their bridge doesn't fall. And you don't say a nurse is a wizard when they catch a bad drug combination. It's their job, it's their duty, and it is now yours. This should be routine, and you will be routinely rewarded for showing up and doing the type of job that gets good results. The effort you have put in for the past 4 years had patients waiting for you at the other end. The biomed you studied for hours is now applicable to patient 543. The orthopedics will be applicable to patient 657. The information you absorbed and took for granted, or the tough stuff that made all of us question our career choices, will become the very information that gives your patient their life back or gives them hope of moving forward in their health. Many of my colleagues from undergrad are now nurses, general practitioners, social workers, and a good proportion of them are already burnt out or they hate their jobs. You've all chosen wisely. I think you will leave here and love your job. You could see a patient who has never seen a doctor before or doesn't have a general practitioner, or you will see patients who've seen everybody and now you're their last resort. Thankfully, you can have a profound impact on either end of that spectrum. BC naturopathic doctors have fought hard to attain and maintain the scope of practice we have here. I believe we have been given this scope because our focus has always been our patients, our community, and implementing a more sustainable medicine. This scope demands high expectations of ourselves, which I know many of you have, and a high quality education to fill our duties to our regulatory bodies and to our patients. Many of my family and friends still don't really know what I do day to day, so I surmised a bit of what I did in the past month. So you as well, I feel like even when I left, there was a lot in our scope that I didn't yet realize I was able to do day to day. So I've surmised a few things I did this month. This past month, I've completed over 35 PAP exams, which I'm very proud of. These are often considered routine. The majority of women search us out because they have had uncomfortable or even traumatic experiences, and now that appointment becomes an opportunity to break down barriers for women to continue important preventative care. I've lost track of how many IUD screenings, insertions, birth control implants we have completed at our clinic this month because there is such a need for informed primary care for women and for men. I've done over 100 ultrasound-guided injections, ranging from simple steroid injections that any GP or nurse practitioner can do to more specialized therapies where the evidence is rapidly accumulating, like PRP, prolotherapy, hyaluronic acid. If you ever want to nerd out on those, I would love to, anytime. These treatments are for everyday orthopedic conditions that are common, and it is shocking how hard patients have to look in order to get their needs met. I've written so many prescriptions for clearly beneficial pharmaceutical therapies because most of my patients do not have a general practitioner. I'm talking basic prescriptions for antibiotics, statins, high blood pressure medications, birth control, and the list can go on. I'm not just seeing the quote-unquote ND patients that we all anticipate seeing when we leave the doors of Boucher. I'm seeing the everyday patient. Our profession is changing for the better here in BC as we respond to the access to care crisis we have found ourselves in. And then sometimes we get those patients that really stick in your head that are not the everyday and they are worth celebrating. Like having a 12-month sober mom because she's able to work with her kids again, celebrating pregnancy after multiple miscarriages, getting a nearly immobilized 90-year-old Oma back in her garden after one caudal epidural injection. There are also considered common, but getting a positive outcome is often challenging and merit celebration, and celebrate with your patients. You are going to do so much good. So everything I've been able to do after graduating, working with you as faculty, working with my patient is a privilege. People let us into the most intimate aspects of their lives, and they look to us to help guide them through very complex and delicate situations. What a privilege it is to practice medicine. What a privilege it is to have the means to graduate high school, get a degree, and now receive the title of doctor. What a privilege it is to now work as a leader and serve in your community, meeting your patients' needs. I've been fortunate to work with some of the most recognized NDs in our profession, and I've really enjoyed being the greenest, least educated doctor in the room. I thought it would be inappropriate to say the stupidest person in the room, so I tried to make it a little better. But get used to being a little and maybe a lot uncomfortable. View it as an opportunity, and if you aren't uncomfortable or challenged, find another room, like so many have said before. I find once we graduate, many of us tend to leave and become islands to ourselves, keeping our little group of patients to ourselves. I encourage each of you to work collaboratively and to reach out and frequently join me as a green, less educated, but very hungry doctor in rooms with colleagues that still have a thing or two to teach us, or many things to teach us. This morning, many of you may have received an invitation to a private Facebook page called The Consult. I would like to extend this as my gift to the graduating class this year. I want this to be a place where mentorship can continue, where questions can be asked, and when you need to order simple things like PAP supplies, because I don't know how much money I wasted ordering supplies that I didn't need or had no idea what they were when they arrived. But what we want to do is save your time so you have more time for your patients. So please use and abuse who have volunteered to jump into mentorship so you can limit any barriers to time with your patients. Now, I wish I had some secret recipe for each of you for how not to burn out, to make all your patients happy, how to find the dynamic balance of work and life, but I'm afraid I don't have many answers for you. I mentioned the word routine earlier, and that often has a negative connotation. If you interpret routine as meaning the bare minimum you need to get by every day, then no, that's not ideal. If your routine is doing what logically should be done to get a good or even an excellent result, then you and I are striving to have the same routine. That's the standard we hold most other allied healthcare professionals accountable to. But again, I'm afraid I don't have a lot of answers for you, but I do know this. Practice good medicine, check your ego and your dogma at the door, and serve the patient in front of you. It is not about you and your philosophy, it is about your patient. The volume and variety of information will be intimidating, and any new doctor will tell you that you will feel overwhelmed, but in our job, you will never go home at the end of the day thinking that you haven't done something valuable and important. You will have the opportunity to do more good in one day than most people are able to do in a month. Keep your standards high. Don't become complacent. Be generous with your time and your resources because we are needed more now than ever, and your job has life-altering potential. Welcome to the profession. I didn't cry, and I'm very proud of myself. I am here. We are all here. Let's serve our communities together.
Thank you, Dr. Hobson. We have now come to the most exciting part of the afternoon, the conferral of diplomas and graduation of our students. To help us with this, the recipients of CCNM's Excellence in Teaching Awards are given the honor of announcing the members of the graduating class. The two faculty members that were selected by the graduating class in recognition of the very significant contributions they made to our graduates' learning. This year's winners of the 2023 Excellence in Teaching Awards are Dr. Majid Daroudi for outstanding academic instruction, and Dr. Matthew Greenwood for outstanding clinic instruction. Unfortunately, Dr. Greenwood can't be here today, but let's give him a round anyway. So I would love Dr. Daroudi to come to the podium and present the members of the CCNM Boucher campus class of 2023.
Thank you, Dr. Vargo. Can you hear me at the back? Is that with accent or without accent? If it is accent, it's not me, it's the microphone. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm honored to call on the graduates of the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine, Boucher campus, class of 2023, to receive their Doctor of Naturopathic Medicine diploma. As your name is called, please come to center stage to accept your diploma. May I ask Dr. Rahim Karim to take his position to give each new graduate their diploma. Liam Asushak. Kiran Alexander Avnanitis. Mandy Karstensen. Elizabeth Chi. Angela Ferry. Shelby Susan Garn. Aislinn Rayhunt. Silvana Jakubovic. Daria Kovnerista. Maya Lampi. Sami Leong. Emily Marie Mayo Leblanc. Ava Maleki. Zoya Manmohan. Jeffrey Martino. Maria Martinez Flores. Taylor Cameron Mauer. Jada Michael. فرشته نوربخش. Sveya Ogilvy. Samantha Partridge. Unfortunately, Samantha couldn't make to come here today. Maria Feeling. Maria also couldn't make to come here today. Ghazal Singh. Sarah Juliet Susnaski. Leticia Spinelli de Bias Martins. Misako Uchida. Dr. Wargo. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Drury and Dr. Kareem, and let's give them another hand. Okay? Congratulations to our graduates. This year, the 2023 graduating class has elected Maya Lampe as their valedictorian. I would therefore like to call Maya to center stage to receive recognition of this honor from Dr. Kareem and to deliver today's valedictory address. Maya and Dr. Kareem.
Does anyone have any L-theanine or a Xanax? I'm so nervous. Okay, deep breaths. A few weeks ago, we had one of our last counseling classes, and our teacher, James, asked us to reflect on how we've changed over the past 4 years and to share our responses. One of the graduates, our lovely Liam, had a response that we all resonated with because it reflects our 4-year journey together so well. His answer to the question was, I'm able to persevere, to not let things affect me as much as they used to, and to just keep going no matter what. And James said, cool, yeah, that's great, man. Why do you think you're able to do that? And Liam responded, because I'm so burnt out, I just don't care about anything. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the board, faculty, staff, and my fellow graduates, hello and welcome to the 2023 graduation ceremony. To our family and friends in the audience, thank you for coming to share in this momentous day with us. Many of you have traveled great distances to be here, from the Lower Mainland, which, yes, that does include Maple Ridge, Kelowna, Calgary, Scotland, Africa, Miami, and I'm forgetting one. Oh, yes, Ontario. Your presence here means the world to us. And on behalf of the class of 2023, I would like to extend our deepest appreciation for your unwavering support throughout this program. Whether it was through your emotional, mental, or financial support, you have been such huge parts of our journey. Without you, many of us would have been eating ramen noodles every day for the past 4 years. So thank you for preventing us from eating that much gluten. And to the esteemed faculty members who have provided us with what some might say was an overwhelming amount of knowledge, thank you for dedicating so much of your time to our educational journey. Not only that, I want to thank you for enduring our constructive criticism, because I'll tell you, these brilliant minds on stage, they love to complain. And Dr. Bargo's sitting here like, well, at least she doesn't have a PowerPoint presentation this time. Now, it is an honor to speak on behalf of the class of 2023. I'll admit I was tempted to ask ChatGPT for help in crafting this speech, but then I realized there's absolutely no way a computer AI could possibly comprehend the depth of our experiences over the past 4 years. So to give you some insight into our time at Boucher, we're going to dive into 3 topics: failure, perseverance, and growth. So speaking of failure, we've had our fair share, haven't we, 23As? Failed biomed quizzes, final exams that left us questioning our existence, and let's not forget when we were straight up ghosted by Tinder dates. Life happens, and sometimes it knocks us down. In the case of Boucher, it often knocks us down. But the beauty of failure lies in embracing those moments of vulnerability and allowing them to be a part of our journey and to serve as life's best lessons. These past 4 years have prepared us to face failure with humility. We have learned to pick ourselves up, to prepare for the next challenge or the next test. We have learned to persevere. Which brings me to my next point. First, can I see a show of hands from the audience? How many of you have received a phone call from one of us, the graduates, in tears over the stress of our school workload? My whole family has their hands up. So this brings me to perseverance. Over the past 4 years, we have conquered mountains. To be more precise, we have completed 98 academic courses, almost 2,000 clinic hours, 120 biomed quizzes, almost 200 quizzes, midterms, and finals in all other courses, and on top of that, at least 600 COVID symptom questionnaires. Now that deserves one hell of a round of applause. Our cohort had to attend medical school for 2 years during a global pandemic. We spent endless hours at our desks day in and day out, attending lectures online and delving into material on our own afterwards. For those who lived alone, it was perhaps the loneliest time of our lives. And for those who lived with partners, well, significant others, you are the real MVPs. Our lives during biomed were as dreary as the Vancouver winter weather, but we persevered. And on that depressing note, this brings me to my last point, growth. To grow is to change. And the most profound change we have undergone in this program is the transition from student to doctor. When exactly this change happened, I'm not entirely sure, but I think for me, it was the moment in CDX 6 when I palpated my first prostate. I hope you know what that entails. So we are leaving beautiful Boucher as practitioners and entering into the field of naturopathic medicine. And I think this is a great opportunity to address the question on everyone's mind in this audience: what is naturopathic medicine? To be honest, even after all this time, I'm not entirely sure I fully get it, but I will do my best to describe it. Artistically subtle, in a way that science can't quite capture. Naturopathic medicine is a practice that blends the art of healing with the precision of scientific knowledge. As a profession, we are known for taking detailed patient histories and using clinical diagnostic skills the same way they do in conventional medicine to diagnose health conditions. But what makes us unique is that we strive to find the root cause of those health conditions. We understand pharmaceutical treatment options and when we can prescribe when indicated. But first, we try to address the foundational aspects of health and use natural therapies. We use nutrition, supplements, herbal medicine, injections, and IV therapy to stimulate the body's ability to heal, rather than just putting a Band-Aid on your problems. And most importantly, naturopathic medicine is a form of human connection unlike any form of healthcare. And I'm honored to be entering into this profession with all of these intelligent and capable people on stage. As the newest naturopathic doctors in the profession, we have an opportunity to better the field of medicine by expanding on existing knowledge, conducting research where scientific evidence is lacking, and not shying away from innovation because of the traditional nature of our medicine. We can take this profession and give it a place it deserves in society. To be known by majority of people, to be recognized for the insane amount of knowledge we have in both conventional and natural therapies, and to be respected as a form of mainstream medicine. Those are just a few of the things that we, the class of 2023, can and will do. My last point on growth involves the recognition of a few very special people. I mean, we're all special, but there are 2 women in this cohort who went through an extraordinary change in this program. Not only are they leaving this program as practitioners, they're leaving the program as mothers. So I'd like to take a moment to recognize Angela and Mariah, who literally brought life into our cohort. Given that I myself have felt like a child for majority of this program, I cannot imagine what it was like having to care for another human being when we barely had time to care for ourselves. So congratulations to you both on that amazing achievement. The other people I want to recognize actually represent the opposite of change. They represent consistency. Coming from a small town north of Toronto, when I entered this program, I truly did not think that I would find my people. I thought everyone would be yoga-loving, smoothie-drinking, plant-nibbling, granola snackers. And although you all do still fit those descriptions, among this group, I found my people. Many of us have formed friendships that were more supportive, understanding, and fun than we could have ever imagined. There are 4 people in particular who truly brightened my day. I'm going to cry. Who truly brightened my day every time I saw their faces, and honestly, they were the only reason that I came to school sometimes. Even on the worst days when everyone was stressed and depressed and that energy hit you like a brick wall when you entered the room, the back row girls and I were in the back row laughing and having fun. And I want to say thank you to them because I would not be on this stage if it were not for the friends I made along the way. And an even bigger thank you to the cohort for putting up with us because I know we were super annoying at times. In conclusion, my fellow graduates, we stand here today with invaluable lessons learned from failure and as embodiments of perseverance and growth. Over the past 8 years, we have been diligently expanding our knowledge and essentially constructing a boat. We became pros at following instructions and meeting milestones, but now we have this boat and we're looking at it like, I have absolutely no idea how to sail this thing. The education system gave us the pieces and the instructions on how to build the boat, but they left out how we're supposed to navigate the vast sea of possibilities that lies ahead of us. So now it's our time to decide how we sail the boat. It's time to embrace challenges, knowing that our time at Boucher, which was filled with so many challenges, has prepared us to navigate the uncharted territory of life. So I encourage you to grow as individuals, to persevere through hardship, to learn from failure, and to inspire others with your mindset, determination, and resilience. And if we can graduate from CCNM Boucher, we can and we will achieve more success in our future endeavors than we could have ever imagined. Thank you and congratulations to the remarkable class of 2023. We did it!
Thank you, Maya, for that inspiring address. Boat metaphors are the best. You're a pro. Seriously, that was good. It is now time to recognize the recipients of our graduate awards. I would like to ask Dr. Rochelle Heisel, Associate Dean of Academics, to announce the Governor's Award of Excellence, and Dr. Rahim Karim, President and CEO, to present the trophy. I'd also like to request Dr. David Dreiser, Chair of the Board of Governors, to join Dr. Karim in congratulating the recipient.
Thank you, Dr. Vargo, and congratulations to the whole graduating class. I'm just so excited for all of you. So I'm very honored to be here today to present the Governor's Award for Excellence to the graduating student who has achieved the highest overall GPA across the course of their studies at Boucher. Like all the students in this cohort, this student met the challenge of the COVID pivot head-on. First, their on-site studies, which were done with the in-person support of their colleagues and instructors, changed overnight to an independent online platform, and then it changed back again. The student that I am about to name was able to successfully navigate these changes while achieving outstanding marks in all facets of the program. They conquered the unrelenting biomedicine quizzes, mastering the modalities. They excelled in presentations, assignments, demonstrations of practical skills, and of course, countless final examinations. With an overall GPA of 3.96 after all of that, it is my pleasure to present the Governor's Award of Excellence Award to Amanda Karstensen. Congratulations, Mandy.
Thank you, Dr. Heisel and Dr. Dreiser. I'd like to request Dr. Karim to remain on stage for the next awards. I'd like to now call Dr. Corinne Fairman-Young, Associate Dean of Clinical Studies and Chief Medical Officer, to announce the Clinical Excellence Award.
Thank you, Dr. Vargo. You did it. So we're all so excited for you. Everybody out there, everybody over here. So this is for the Clinical Excellence Award. It's presented to the graduating student who has demonstrated exemplary clinical skills, but also integrating naturopathic principles, including understanding the therapeutic order. As you can imagine, they went from online and virtual visits and in-person visits and masks and no masks. It's been a trial, but we made it through. And this person has implemented all of the parts of the comprehensive treatment protocols and provided excellent patient care throughout. I'd like to present this award today to Silvana Yakubovich.
Thank you, Dr. Fairman-Young. I would now like to call Reed Wilderman, Director of Campus Operations and Academic Affairs, to announce the Spirit of CCNM Boucher Award.
Thank you, Dr. Vargo. Congratulations, everybody. The Spirit of CCNM Boucher Award is presented to the graduating student who best represents the ideals, principles, and values of the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine, Boucher campus. They have demonstrated initiative and leadership, provided continuous volunteer service, maintained good academic standing, and had exemplary attitude and spirit that inspired others to do their best. It is my pleasure to present the 2023 Spirit of CCNM Boucher Award to Jeffrey Martineau.
Thank you, Mr. Wilderman. I would now like to call Carly Kamar, Student Governor and BNSA President for 2022, to announce the BNSA Leadership Award and the BNSA Spirit Award.
Thank you, Dr. Vargo. Congratulations. I'm like having bittersweet feelings. I'm like, I should be sitting over there. It's okay, well, one more year. So, I will be presenting the BNSA Leadership Award first. So this award is presented to the BNSA member who has demonstrated excellence in leadership within student government and the overall student body. It is my pleasure to present the 2023 BNSA Leadership Award to Jeffrey Martineau. Our next award, so our BNSA Spirit Award, is presented to the BNSA member who has consistently lifted spirits of students and striven to enrich the experience at CCNM. This year we have two winners. It is my pleasure to present the 2023 BNSA Spirit Award first to Kieran Avalonitis. The 2023 BNSA Spirit Award is also presented to Misako Uchida.
Thank you, Ms. Kamar and Dr. Kareem. Congratulations again to all award winners. I'd now like to call upon Dr. Anna Rebecca Hanford, our academic instructor and clinical supervisor, to administer the naturopathic oath to the graduating class of 2023. Dr. Hanford.
Thank you. Thank you very much for inviting me to perform this oath. It's a great honor for me.
Would the 2023 graduating class of the Canadian College of Naturopathic Medicine Boucher campus please rise? I ask the platform party to stand in witness of the administration of the naturopathic oath, and I would invite any naturopathic doctors in the audience who wish to stand to witness the oath as well to do so now. Hand on hearts for those who want to. Class, please repeat after me. I dedicate myself to the service of humanity as a practitioner of the art and science of naturopathic medicine. By precept, education, and example, I will assist and encourage others to strengthen their health, reduce risks of disease, and preserve the health of our planet for ourselves and future generations. I will continually endeavor to improve my abilities. I will conduct my life and practice of naturopathic medicine with integrity and freedom from prejudice. I will keep confidential what should not be divulged. I will honor the principles of naturopathic medicine. First, to do no harm. To cooperate with the healing powers of nature. To address the fundamental causes of disease. To heal the whole person through individualized treatment. To teach the principles of healthy living and preventative medicine. With my whole heart before these witnesses. As a doctor of naturopathic medicine, I pledge to remain true to this oath. Congratulations, class of 2023.
And that concludes our ceremony. A ceremony that has been mostly done with grace and fair amount of organization, and just like they went through the program. Most impressive. Again, let's congratulate our graduates. And after the recessional, could everyone please proceed to the ballroom west and east on the first floor for some light refreshments. Yeah, congratulations. Please, everyone, remain standing as the platform party exits.